Attention. Present arms. Order arms. Parade rest. Think about that last word. Rest. The military taught me discipline, strategy, and grit. But it did not teach me how to rest. The military also challenged my self-limiting thoughts and taught me that I could do anything I wanted. I've learned strength by pushing beyond my perceived limitations. The military motto to adapt and overcome had molded my adult life. I joined the Army Reserves as a teenager and left the military in my second year of medical school. I have regularly juggled several roles at once. Some of you may now understand my mindset and why I have accomplished so much in a short time period. I typically describe myself by my accomplishments. I'm a military veteran who served in the military for 12 years. I'm a board-certified family physician. All right, y'all gonna get tired of clapping, so y'all might as well hold off for a second. I told y'all now, I've done quite a bit. So, Chief Medical Officer of a federally qualified health center, completed a fellowship in executive leadership, and then became board certified in addiction medicine. I am currently the medical director for inpatient and outpatient substance abuse services. I'm a former elected Decatur City Council member for 10 years. And then I have served on several boards. I'm an executive coach, and I've been an ordained minister for over 20 years. All right, now you can clap. So why do I say all that? I've done a lot. Sister girl is tired. I have lived the military motto of adapt and overcome. But for me, who have been 26 for about 20 years, approaching that dreaded 50 years of age or 50th birthday made me evaluate what's important in life. Some individuals turn 50 and suddenly it's about the little red car, a new hairdo, a vacation home or a big lavish party, and just trying to live it up before you die. Some people will call it a midlife crisis. So, I didn't get a little red car. I got a friend who does, though. I didn't get a vacation home. I got another friend who does. Friends have their benefits. I can get a new hairdo by purchasing a wig. So, I didn't need that. So instead of a midlife crisis, I decided we're going to have a midlife analysis. Every year on our anniversary, my husband and I sit down and have a year in review conversation. So some of y'all think that's type A personality. It is, it's me, it's okay. So we talk about the things in our lives that went well that year and the things that didn't. And we start planning for what we want to see in the future and how we want to improve our marriage. So, for my midlife analysis, I needed to evaluate what I wanted in my career, my personal life, and in my ministry. And up to this point, I had worked a lot. I had many obligations and was pulled in many different directions. I found myself going through the motions and not enjoying the journey. There were all these other demands that were driving the bus. With the fast pace of my job and projects, I couldn't find enough space in my head to think about what I wanted. So I took myself on a 1-week vacation to Florida. The vacation allowed me to be quiet and figure out what I wanted in life. My week-long vacation on the beach was not pretty. It was raining and it was cold, but it was still transformational. I avoided all emails and other electronic distractions, and at first I didn't know what to do with myself. I was determined to learn to just be present for me. I did not busy myself with shopping and sightseeing. I was antsy and uncomfortable doing nothing. During that week, I slowly realized what it felt like to relax. I felt normal again and not on edge. It felt good. I realized I wanted more of this on a regular basis. I wanted to be more in control of my schedule. I wanted to create space to think and process information without just reacting all the time. I wanted more quality time with my family and friends. I wanted time to pursue opportunities in ministry. I wanted a complete overhaul. From that week forward, I began to intentionally restructure my life to have more of what I desired. The year I turned 50, I planned 4 separate vacations with people in my life. I wanted to share this journey into the big 5-0. On the first trip, I was walking down the street in Houston, talking with my closest girlfriends, when I concluded that there was something liberating about turning 50. I have proven that I'm capable. I have proven that I have earned the right to be in certain spaces and rooms. I have proven that I am a good physician and a good administrator. I have proven that I can adapt to others, and I was a good wife and mother. I have proven my worth in life. So I don't have to be afraid to embrace the changes I wanted to implement. These women who I allowed to speak into my life are my rock. I greatly appreciate that they encourage me to be authentic and vulnerable and support me. The second trip was a luxurious vacation to St. Lucia with my husband, my boo. And I am not going to tell you what he calls me. It gets on my nerves. That's all I'm going to say. It was just about the two of us, reflecting on the past 16 years, discussing what we wanted in life together, and building a relationship that would sustain us through good and bad times, focusing on our love for each other. Then I took a fun vacation with my son for his birthday, just to be present for him. No work obligations. Well, I did have one Zoom meeting. But I wanted to show him that he is essential and Mom will always be there for him. And, of course, there is no better way to celebrate your birthday than on a vacation with your mama. So, the weekend of my 50th birthday, I had not one, but 2 lavish parties. This might be considered a midlife crisis at this point. But one party was full of nothing but desserts, symbolic of all the sweet things in life. And the second was an intimate dinner with my family and friends. Then, I honored all that I was embracing and went on another solo vacation. this time at a resort in the woods. It was time to reflect. There was no strategizing about the future, no agenda of activities. I was just living in the moment. Now, after all these vacations, it was time for me to implement my plan. I went from working full-time to part-time. I had to abandon the need to be perfect and to have my hands in everything, which was difficult. And it also meant I could not demand perfection from others. I embraced going into part-time ministry. I intentionally created space for myself and others to just be, whatever that looks like. My midlife analysis developed into a leap of faith. I went a year without a plan, which was scary but liberating, especially since I had a detailed plan for everything in my life. My schedule was now my own, and I chose my obligations. For a recovering workaholic, it was a year-long vacation. A defining moment during this time period was when I was sitting on the back porch in the middle of the day, sipping tea and painting with my son. I had discovered a hobby. I didn't have a hobby as an adult. Here I am in the middle of a work week, painting. No idea of how the finished artwork would look. The mistakes, I just painted over it. I allowed the picture to evolve. Ultimately, the masterpiece wasn't perfect, but it was a beautiful symbol of what you can accomplish when you allow yourself to be in the moment. To trust that even though everything is not perfect or goes as planned, it will work out for your good. For me, it was about trusting God to be the artist in my life and allowing Him to create His masterpiece through me. So my midlife crisis or analysis has resulted in a person who is living wholeheartedly, walking beside others and helping them to live the life they desire. I have been able to have it all, but I learned that I just don't want and can't do it all at once. And you have to be willing to change. Who am I today? I'm a woman of faith, living an authentic life, a happy life, and I have finally learned how to relax.